But we've got another main event for you this afternoon. We're here with Roy, Daniel and Micah to watch two teams who've been sharing this title for the last 8 seasons. Manchester City taking on the reigning champions Liverpool, and our build-up is coming your way next.
G-O-A-T, you could be the greatest of all time.
Manchester City want their title back. Liverpool the winners last year, and these two between them have shared the last 8, but that dominance under serious threat from Arsenal, who dropped points at Sunderland last night. So a big chance to take a step closer to the top with a win and fire a warning shot to the leaders in the process. This is the Manchester City side. And City were comfortable winners midweek against Dortmund, but they revert to the side who beat Bournemouth here last week. So Ruben Dias restored to the defence. Cherki and Bernardo Silva come into those midfield areas, and of course Erling Haaland starts up top. Back-to-back victories for Liverpool, who ended the losing streak against Villa before seeing off Real Madrid, and they stick with the same side that beat Real Madrid. So Andy Robertson continues at left-back, his 4th consecutive start and his first back-to-back starts in the league this season. That midfield of Gravenberch, McAllister and Szoboszlai with Ekitike through the middle, and Florian Wirtz once again on that left-hand side. Roy Keane, Daniel Sturridge and Micah Richards are here in that little corner of the Etihad Stadium that you can see right there. The nice way. And we're really looking forward to this one, absolutely. And there was a little bit of added intrigue with Arsenal dropping points last night. Does that just sharpen the minds, do you think, of these two teams?
Yeah, I think it would have lifted them, of course, but they've got to try now and take advantage of that, particularly if they can win today. They would have got encouragement with Arsenal slipping up, giving up 2 goals. Probably no one saw it coming, really, but they've done a great run. And I think Arsenal will look back and they think a point away to Sunderland, it's not that bad, because Sunderland home form has been pretty good. So there'll be a bit of encouragement for the two teams today, of course.
Daniel, do Liverpool have mojo restored coming here today?
I mean, yeah, the performance in the week was very good. They've been on a run the last couple of games. It's a huge game of importance for both teams, I think, from a psychological perspective. We'll give them both belief that, look, we've been building to get back to our absolute best, and I think days like today will certainly give them the courage to know, like, yeah, we can continue moving on and kick on. So I think for both teams, it's a massive game of importance.
It's really intriguing, this game, because Man City have gone with more, let's say, flamboyant midfield with Cherki there and Foden. I think on the transition they could get caught out, and City have conceded possession in the last couple of games but scored and won the game, so I'm intrigued.
Double, of course, for Liverpool in this fixture last season. The first 2 managed by Arne Slot, who's talking now with Patrick Davison.
Well, Arne, it just feels like maybe the winner today can just move nicely within range going into the international break.
No, I think in general you focus on your own team, and after the results we've had in the last one and a half months, it's even more reason to focus on yourself and not on others. So we know the challenge ahead of us. City away is one of the most difficult games throughout the whole season, and so we prepared for that, and we didn't pay more attention than to any other games that I played. No, actually I didn't see the game at all because I was analysing still City one more time for the 250th time probably this week. So yeah, but I heard the results, as I heard the result of all the other games that were played in the Premier League yesterday as well.
You spoke after the Real game about either the plan being to either press them high or be in a low block, not to get caught in a mid block. I wonder if today the game plan is something similar, particularly with Erling Haaland.
No, there is a similarity if you look at both number 9s, Kylian Mbappé and Haaland. Both of them incredibly fast, both of them scoring most goals for their team. But you cannot compare Real Madrid to Manchester City, in my opinion. Both very, very, very good teams, but a manager that worked with a team for 10 years, not with all the same players, but worked here so long, or a manager that's only worked with a team 3 or 4 months. That's of course a difference. So, but yeah, I have to agree with you. If you look at the pace of both number 9s, Mbappé and Haaland, I see a lot of similarities.
Good luck, Arne.
Thank you.
It is some challenge trying to stop Erling Haaland, who scored 27 already this season for club and country. Extraordinary form. But maybe that is the challenge that will fall to Virgil van Dijk, who's been stung, I think, by a little bit of criticism, notably from Wayne Rooney in the last week or so. But is this the kind of challenge that could stir him to his highest levels, do you think, Daniel?
Yes, I think they're both absolute juggernauts. They're the representation of greatness, you know. Virgil has been at the top of his game, you know, and shows the younger generation the art of defending. And with Haaland, we're talking about this is the representation of the art of goal scoring. 98 Premier League goals in, you know, the quickest time so far, soon to be 100, maybe today, who knows. And I think for me, the chances that Liverpool concede, they concede the fourth most biggest chances, coming up against this guy who scored 13 goals. It could be a recipe, it's a problem, right? So we hope that we see some excitement today, but Virgil's kept Haaland quiet in some games, but I think with Erling's growth in terms of in the team, his confidence, you look at him and you can see that his leadership qualities have improved. I anticipate that he's going to be relishing this challenge today.
Is it the challenge, though, of Liverpool to stop the supply line to Haaland, never mind worrying about what he does when he gets the ball?
Yeah, I think this game, because both teams have changed the way they've played. So Liverpool was playing with Wirtz in the middle of the park. It wasn't working. They put him out on the left. They're bringing Szoboszlai, a bit more running power. I just feel as though Man City have changed the way they've played as well. They're no longer pressing high. They've lost a bit of control in games. But what that allows is team to come on to them and then Haaland to run in behind. But this man Wirtz, we all know he's a top quality player. He's finding it very difficult in terms of the physical demands of the Premier League. But on the ball, he's so cute, he's so clever, and he will become good. And he's definitely better for now at Liverpool on the left rather than in the centre of the
And it maybe was a breakthrough game for him midweek against Real Madrid, his best performance so far, certainly in a Liverpool shirt. And isn't it just fitting that as Pep Guardiola reaches a special landmark, it comes against the team who's probably provided his greatest rivalry, certainly here in England.
Pep, my friend, welcome to the 1000 Club.
4 clubs I managed against you. Unfortunately for me, never got to win any of those.
You've been fantastic for our game in this country.
Your identity on the football field has transformed and influenced so many coaches.
Hi Pep, it's Neil here. I just wanted to wish you congratulations
on reaching the important milestone of 1,000 games.
I personally wish it was 999 and you hadn't beaten us 9-0 when we were at Burton in the Cup semi-final.
You gave a lot of joy to people who watched your teams, and well done. And hope we can celebrate that together at some stage.
Thank you so much. No words to express the gratitude to all of them, so and be honored to be part of them.
Liverpool head to the Etihad with some confidence restored after back-to-back victories, but they know they're facing a strong Manchester City side who are looking to find their way back to dominance in the Premier League as well, led by a manager in Pep Guardiola, celebrating 1,000 games in charge today. And here he is with Patrick Davison.
Well, Pat Ryan Shirky starts probably the biggest game of his City career so far. He's really started to affect matches in the last few weeks. How big a factor can he be today?
Yeah, it's a special talent up front, for the quality, for connecting for the people up front, and always all of you ask me about that selection. There's not a special reason. So sometimes for the guys, sometimes we believe can give us something that another ones give us an extra thing, a different things, and we start with him.
He's been progressing, growing nicely, maybe for a few months now. When it's like that, how important is it to stay in your bubble, or when you see things like yesterday, Arsenal dropping a couple of points, even though it's only November, do you have to see that as a little bit of an opportunity?
What to do is do our game. So I cannot deny the team is, in front of you. Their point is good, but I said in November, if Arsenal yesterday was a win, is a lot of games to play, from my experience in this country. the leagues is so long. It's just to be close, and of course the rival that we have today, and the difficulty is there. But the challenge is beautiful, and looking forward for it.
Okay, and the other thing I guess that's beautiful is for you, it's your 1000th game as a manager. Kind of fitting that it's Liverpool, given the way you've tested and pushed each other over the last few years.
Focus in the game, and after we have a time to celebrate it or go home to sleep. So now focus in the game.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk about it on match day, does he really? But we will certainly later on, but this is just to put it in context for you. The career that started at Barcelona B and he's now taken 549, this is 550 for Manchester City, and all of that with a 73% win ratio and 12 league titles in those 33 major trophies. But Liverpool have been one of his toughest foes. Looks like he's smiling again, general terms, Roy, and he's got a couple of twinkle toes operating in his midfield. There's plenty to admire here in Cherki and Phil Foden.
Well, yeah, he's obviously almost trying to build a new team. He's brought players in the summer. Some experienced players have left, and Pep looked like he's got his energy back. You see players here. Sometimes we know it takes time to settle into the club, and again a big opportunity for these players. When you get picked to play in the big games, it's a big thumbs up from the manager. He's obviously got that bit of trust. We've seen Pet's stats there, absolutely fantastic, and it's great to see also Phil Foden back to his best. And I think the word we use with Foden is he's affecting games again now, in terms of goals, assists, playing in the pocket, getting back in the England squad. And it's nice to see him back because, listen, we all know what a brilliant player he is.
Yeah, 2 goals for Phil Foden for Manchester City midweek here against Dortmund, and obviously back in the England squad as well, as Roy said, which is a big week for him. Can he cap that here with a 5-star performance against Liverpool, who he's hurt plenty of times in the past? City-Liverpool is on the way. City and Liverpool, 2 teams who expect to be in the running. Arsenal leading the way. So what's the mentality, Roy, today? Is it that you dare not lose, or you just have to win?
No, I think you'd have to win, particularly from when you're the home team. I know Liverpool have picked up recently, but that's on the back of a couple of home games. It'll be tough on Liverpool today, but for City, the encouragement they would have got from Arsenal slipping up from both parties, I think it's early in the season, I know, but you feel it's always a must-win game because Arsenal are going so well.
Could it be an old school game? By that I mean fewer set pieces and fewer long throws.
I mean, we hope so. You know, I think the football that we're going to see today on display is going to be, exciting. It's a big game for everyone to enjoy, and we're going to see some big performances, 100%.
Yeah, we cannot wait. 2 of the Premier League's big guns here, ready to do battle again. Title winners between them for the last 8 seasons. And your match commentators here at the Etihad Stadium, Gary Neville alongside Peter Drury.
Thank you, good afternoon. A day at the Etihad of seriously big business, of course. But first, also